one of the things that's happened, which is excellent for the client, is that the legislation is actually turning in a way where it's giving the client the incentive to do plans and making it more incentivized. How is that, right? So when a client creates a qualified plan, qualified because a contribution qualifies for an income tax deduction, right? Everybody's heard 401k, et cetera. When a client creates a plan like this, there are costs to create the plan, costs to administer the plan. Those fees have always been deductible as an ordinary and normal business expense. But now what is happening is for newly established plans, for a client that hasn't had a plan in the last 3 years, they get a tax credit for creating the plan. As many listeners will undoubtedly know, a tax credit is different than a tax deduction because the credit reduces your tax dollar for dollar. Not only does the client get a tax credit for creating the plan, that credit is good for 5 years. So the credit for plan creation can be $5,000 a year for year 1 and 2. Then it goes down to 75% of that in the 3rd year, 50% in the 4th year, 25% in the 5th year. Now it's $250 per plan participant or $5,000. So not only are there fees for plan creation and plan administration, but there's other, consulting fees that are charged, et cetera, by counsel. So those are all going to be paid. You might as well get a tax credit for it, but it's better than that. Now that the plan is created, there is also a contribution from the employer that is going into the plan, right? Those contributions for the employees that make less than $140,000, you get a tax credit for those contributions as well, up to $1,000 per participating employee. So your client actually, when they create these plans, you can almost argue they're almost free in the respect that they're not paying the fees because they're getting a dollar for dollar reduction in their taxes for it. It's a fantastic incentive. And so there's a form that's filed. You can find that on our website with the informative brochure and then the form to file. And I just encourage the client not to mess with the form, just hand it to whoever's preparing their tax return and the brochure, and it's all explained right there.